Hi, Rocco Beatrice, I'm Managing Director for State Street Partners, and today we're going to talk about how do you choose a trust protector? Who is a trust protector? Well, what's its function? Well, a trust protector in a trust, again, just to repeat it a little bit, a trust is created by three individuals. The grantor, the guy that has the money, the trustee who is going to manage the money for the benefit of beneficiaries. Oftentimes we've been asked, well, what happens if the trustee does this, that, or the other thing? A common story would be, for example, Mr. Beatrice, here's my problem. My brother is the trustee and we think that he has mismanaged, he's taken over the trust, he's absconded with a lot of money, he's not telling us, where the money is. This is the reason why we don't like any family member to become a trustee, because it creates all kinds of issues that you never anticipated. The brother or the individual that is a family member that became the trustee all of a sudden begins to think that he's doing all the work, so he's entitled to everything else. So in these kinds of situations, the trust protector makes a lot of sense for a lot of people. Whether or not it's a lot of money or... The point is this. A trust protector is another independent person who knows the family dynamics, who is able to help make investment decisions, who can limit the amount of money that can be expended at any point in time. He can veto distributions to someone as a beneficiary who doesn't quite fit the mold of getting that particular transfer. He can manage, for example, if there are minor children, he can help manage, how those minor children get their distributions. If there's a divorce, he knows exactly what he has to do. The point is that he gets two powers that are most significant. One, he limits the amount of distributions, and the other is that he can fire the trustee at will, reset the trustee, and final power is that he could end up terminating the trust. He could terminate the trust under certain conditions that you would be spelling out. Some of those conditions, for example, would be that, let's say there's only $5,000 in the trust. It takes $3,000 to manage it per year, and there's one remaining beneficiary, and he happens to be, 15 years old. And the trust mandates that the corpus give the child their least living expenses. Well, there just isn't enough money, and to continue that trust just doesn't make any sense. So he can terminate that trust and make the final distribution. Or, for example, in the state that the trust is in, taxes are going astronomical. So he can move it, for example, to New Hampshire, where there is no income taxes, or to Florida, where there's no income taxes. Or he can move it to Texas, or he can move it in a position where the trust assets are protected. So the trust protector then is an additional check and balance between the trustee, the beneficiaries, the grantor, and the fiduciary relationship is strengthened because the trustee now has someone that he can discuss a situation that arises within the trust agreement, and the two of them can make a unified decision. For example, I personally had a situation the other day where the trustee was going to sell some real estate, and the terms of the agreement under which they were going to buy and sell this had clauses in there that I didn't think were too amicable for the trust. And so I voided that particular relationship, and the agreement had to be amended to more amicable terms. So those are kinds of real-life situations, specifically in other areas where there is all kinds of interrelationship between the beneficiary disagreeing with what the trustee is going to do. So the trust protector, again, he can make a different decision with a different outcome, all in the interest of protecting the assets of the trust. So basically then the trust protector is created by the trust agreement, and his powers are diverse from the trustee. He stands aside in the background. Thank you. This is Rocco Beatrice.